You want to ask? Go ahead.
For Ayah 22, or the one
Which
who
one? 22. 22.
Ayah 22, yeah, 22.
Uh-huh.
For people who miss Solah, maybe in the young time or something like that, should we still have
Yeah.
to follow it?
Should we have to what? To redo it, you mean?
Or to, yeah, something like that.
Um, I'm not sure about how, I don't know about the answer to the question, sister. I'm sorry. Do you have anyone in the audience who has an idea about this?
What is the
For those of
question?
us
I don't get it.
who missed their prayers during the young age,
Oh,
in terms of jahiliyyah, we can call it, when they were not observant.
Yeah, something like that.
Sister Bonita is saying, should they make up their prayers or not?
oh.
If you have an enlightened answer, you can answer.
Actually, I
personally
have
don't.
heard that if you like started Salah, once you started Salah and you become regular and
Uh-huh.
you Tawbah, that means on that day you comes back to Allah Park.
So that's your day zero. It starts your birth. You don't have to make up for the
Yeah,
past.
it sounds something like that, but that question is also interesting, that whether to, the missing Salah should be done or not. That I think we have to research about that.
I have a fast answer for that. For the reverts. For the reverts, they don't have to, because from the moment they accept Islam, from everything that is from their past life has been forgiven, and they are like a newborn. So they don't have to make up if they are in old age or the past salah. They can do nawafil, of course, but they don't have to make up, because that's considered to be their entering into the fold of Islam, and whatever is past has been forgiven by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala anyways. But as far as, cultural Muslims or Muslims by birth, I do not know about the answer to that, but inshallah, if we can inquire, we can get the answer next week. Maybe we can use this as an opportunity for homework. to actually check the sources and find out, and then come and share. Probably be more appropriate. Well, yeah, sister. Good question. Jazakallah khair. Any other questions or comments? No?
We need to make it. Yeah. It's about the zakah. Is it? No.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about.
You want to ask zakah?
Yes. Like many people are now asking for zakah actually, but when you find out like they are not eligible, then is it like innamal a'malu binniyat, so you just give from your heart and that's it? You do not mind what
do you mean by not eligible?
Like some people
what do you
are
mean by not eligible?
Like they're not poor.
Okay. They're not poor, but did they I mean, we're talking about zakatul mal, right?
Yeah, zakatul mal. Exactly.
Okay. Like, zakatul mal is determined by like a certain amount of gold. So there is a nisab, right? So a certain amount of money, if you have certain savings, let's say, and then you are above the nisab. First of all, if during 1 year you drop during any time during the year below the nisab, you're not zakatable. You have to maintain the nisab for the whole year, right?
No.
Above the nisab.
I mean,
Let me finish, sister. Let me finish first my explanation, and then you can continue and ask a follow-up question, right? Because I think I have a few things I just want to clarify, and then later we can ask follow-up questions. So for that amount of time, if any time you are above the zakat for 12 consecutive months, then that money above the nisab is zakatable. That's your savings, if you have savings above that. The zakat also includes other things. For example, your properties, but it also includes your gold, right? If you have like precious things that you have, like gold and silver, that's zakatable. If you have land, you know. But for instance, if you have property, you have bought your own property, let's say. But if you live in that property, it's not zakatable because you are living it. Even if you have a second property and that property is not generating money, for example, you are not renting it, that's not zakatable. Okay, so these are just, of course, the car that you drive is not zakatable because you're using it for your own needs. So this just kind of like an overall perspective on zakatul mal, which is
But it's
mostly
also
about
said for the gold
your
as
savings.
well.
Yes, your goal.
Your
Yeah.
gold is usable.
In fact, the nisab is
women is
actually
using
determined
the
on
gold,
gold. Yeah.
but is it like the gold is always used by women, like continuously using it, just like
I don't
as you
know
said,
about that
car.
because I don't have gold. But then I'm joking. But I don't know about that. But inshallah, I can inquire. But if it's part of your property, sister, and if it's a wealth,
Yeah. Actually, yeah,
I think it's
yes.
zakatable.
I used
Tell
to
me.
give I give zakah on my golds, but I read somewhere that like if you are using that gold on daily basis, like you are wearing it every day, then
I
that thing
see.
is under your use. So then you
Okay.
need not to pay zakah for that gold.
Okay. I understand that point. Let me check into it, inshallah, and I'll come back to you because I don't have the answer for that question. Where did you get that? Did you like have confirmed reference for that, or if you are sure about that, then inshallah we will take your word
read
for it.
somewhere, but I didn't pay attention because like I used to pay. It's okay. I'm using, but I still pay my zakat. Like, so, but I'm not 100% sure that it is from authentic source or it is just I read it on the internet. Yeah.
Okay. I also hear, and I can check that there's probably scholarly like a debate between these two positions of if you use it personally for your own needs, then it's non-zakatable, and others say it is regardless of whether you use it or not. So maybe there is a scholarly debate on this, but inshallah we can check on it. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, my question in the beginning, I come
yeah.
My question was like sometimes you felt that some people they are very poor, but
Very poor.
actually, and then you pay them zakah.
But they are rich.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
So what to do in that situation? Is it like you have to pay your zakah again, or what to do like?
Well, sister, what you can do is if you have a connection to people, you don't just see on external based on superficial external appearance, but you actually talk to them and you inquire, how are you doing? How is life? How is the family? Is everything okay? Maybe they will start complaining and they will say, I'm going through a hard time. My wife is going to have an operation. I don't have amount of money. These little things that make us want to be closer to the community, not just on a superficial level, but asking about them, how they are doing, their well-being, and not just judging based on appearances. That helps us determine. And obviously, if you give, you are fulfilling you're fulfilling it based on your niyyah that you want to do good and to purify yourself through zakah. But if that person is honest, they will tell you, I don't need it, give it to someone else who is more in need than me.
No one saying no to the money.
No, they will say, come on, brother or sister, I'm fine. I'm not in need. Give it to someone else who is more in need than me. I'm not in need. I don't know. This is probably some common sense, but I might be wrong. Well, they will just take it and give it to someone on your behalf, Say, okay, this is a bit too much for me. I don't need this. Let me give it to this person. So, I think just asking sometimes is good because it creates a more sense of unity and closeness. Just to ask about people, even we are not close to them. But ask others also, like sometimes if we have close friends in the community, you can ask, say, I have this money for zakat I want to give. Do you know anyone who is in need in the community? That's also helpful, because that will maybe help more. I don't know. Anybody else who can give some tips on this? Or you can go to associations also, because there are some Islamic associations who distribute to the needy, That's another way.
But it's also another question. I'm sorry, I have so many questions.
No, it's very good. Thank you for the questions.
Actually, one is related to another, and another is related to another.
Yeah.
So you have to start from your home, right? Your brother,
from the closest one.
Yeah.
No. Your mother is not. You don't give zakat to your mother.
I mean, brothers and
you don't
sisters.
Give zakat to your. You don't give zakat to your brother and sister. That's sadaqah. You can actually give zakat to your family members if they are in debt. That's zakat, but the debt should be an Islam. Shouldn't be riba based debt. If they are taking a loan, riba, your money should not go to them. If it's a loan that they took from another brother or they're returning, then you should assist them. The zakat can go for that. Yeah.
You cannot give zakat to your poor brother or sister?
Normally you give to your family without need for zakat, especially your parents. You're responsible for them normally.
Yeah,
you don't give zakat to your family members.
Parents and children, absolutely not. Yeah.
I think even the siblings, they are the only. I think from what I heard, the only instance where you would give to your siblings if it's in the situation of they are in debt, financial burden. I might be wrong. Just don't quote me on that. And the loan should not be a bank riba based loan. Otherwise, you should not give them.
Bank riba. You mean like the interest?
If they contract a loan through a bank and they are paying interest, then your money should not go to them. Your zakat money should not go to that.
Oh, okay. Oh, if they have like debt for the bank with interest. Okay,
yes.
Got it.
And they deliberately contracted it, to pay for a house or whatever. You don't pay that because you're paying the interest also. Right? You don't.
Yeah, that's not. But like some if you buy a house with mortgage, they say that you have no choice. Like for example, in European countries, you don't have that much money to buy a house. And then they say in this case, yeah, it is allowed. But I don't. Yeah.
I think the majority of scholars don't agree with that. They say that if you are the only thing where you are doing haram and you have no choice is in a situation of life or death. If you are contracting a debt and you have the option of paying a rent, you are not in a situation of life or death. So many scholars have agreed upon this actually, but I'm not sure. I'm not a mufti, so I don't want to say like clear cut like if that. But from a majority or consensus of scholars who said that ilzam or like compulsory or like you said, what is the word you said is the right word? You are in a situation of being in no choice. It's either this or that. It's like if I don't eat this, I'm gonna die. I need to eat this meat right now. It's not halal, but I have to eat it, otherwise I'm gonna die. So in that situation, then you will do it, because you have no other option available. So this is not no other option available. Obviously, you have other options available. And there are some shuyukh who speak about it, who actually talk the talk and walk the walk. Like there's some shuyukh who actually they are renting all their life. They are not rich. So they say, you know, we are getting donations and we are not wealthy, but we still have very modest life. We rent rather than owning our apartment with riba. Even some people who live in Western countries, you know. We can get more documentation or maybe more knowledge about this because, as I said, I'm not a scholar. This is what I heard. Yeah. Of course, now, subhanallah, the rents are getting crazy expensive. It's almost like more expensive than a bank loan. Sometimes what you pay monthly is crazy. But halal is always better and more. There's more barakah in it. Even you have to pay more. It's halal. You know? Yeah.
Especially Hong Kong rents.
Oh yeah. It's one of the most expensive countries in the world as far as property, you know?
For the rent, you know.
Yeah. I live there, so I know.
Yeah, small houses and big rents. Yeah, may Allah help everyone. Yeah. So that's why they are like choosing to give mortgage instead of paying the rent. So many
people say that. People say that, yeah.
Yeah, so many people
even
are
some
saying,
Muslims they take
have
it.
no choice. Yeah, but yeah, it's not right. It's not right. Yeah. Yeah, may Allah give us hidayah. I mean.
But you know, my sister, and this is an example. This is in the Quran. Whoever seeks a way which is halal, Allah will provide him with means he would never imagine. So if you stick to the halal, even on the surface, it looks like it's not the easy way to go, but Allah will provide you with means that you never could have imagined. This is the barakah of Allah, the rizq from Allah. You say, where did this come from? You can get a very good job, and then you say, subhanallah, that is out of the question now. You know, even in the past it was part of it, but alhamdulillah, I chose the right way. So we rely on Allah, we make tawakkul on Allah, and Allah provides for us. Inshallah.
Inshallah, yeah.
Do you have other questions about this chapter? This is very good questions, mashallah, tonight. Alhamdulillah, we are thinking a lot about this chapter. Making tadabbur helps us a lot. Anyone else has questions or comments? The rest is silent. No problem. Okay, how about we do some tajweed, some qira'ah? Yes, sister, tell me. Tell us.
No, just reminder about ayah 11. About Yaum
11, okay.
Yes, about Yaum Idin.
Sarunahum.
Could be that also Yauma Idin.
Yes. And there are other chapters where it's Yawma Idin and sometimes Yawmi Idin. So it makes it a little bit difficult for people who make hifz or recitation. Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, in my Quran class, there is only two Yaumi Idin that use is in this chapter Ma'arif, also in Al-Hud. Verses, there's only two, yeah. So,
yeah, we can look for this word actually.
Yeah,
but you know this beautiful website, Quran.com. If you enter the keyword like this, and sometimes you can actually find the verses, all the verses where they are mentioned. So here it's a bit small, but let me make it bigger. Bismillah. Why is it so small? I want to try to make it bigger than this. Why it doesn't get bigger? Well, for some reason it refuses to get bigger. But you see, for example, in Surah Qiyamah, you have it as يومئذ وجوه يومئذ باسرة ينبأ الإنسان يومئذ بما قدم وأخر And الزخرف يومئذ, all with fatha. There is more here, I think. يومئذ is probably only in al-Ma'arij, from what I can see. Well,
yeah, in Hud,
there's more. There's more. Huh? 1 of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I believe there's probably more, but I guess maybe.
Yeah, because mostly
64 now. SubhanAllah. Yeah, now there's 64 entries. يومئذ 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 القيامة. More. المرسلات يومئذ. Anyways, I think there is a lot.
But the meaning the same, yeah?
Yeah. It's the same meaning. It's the same meaning. I just wanted to find another example with يومئذ.
Yeah.
Oh, where is it?
Focus only two.
Here, Surah Hud. In Surah Hud is يومئذ.
Yes.
See, in chapter 11, verse 66. So some verses have it يومئذ and some verses has يومئذ. But like you said, it's the same meaning. It's the same meaning. On that day. That day. That day. Okay. Good question, sister. Very good. Thank you for that. Jazakallah khair. All right. How about we do some recitation?